Hello, and welcome to the Deerfield Public Library Twitch channel. I'm Emily, and surprise, it's another story time for adults. I did one last week, and I'm doing a bonus one this month. If you're anything like me, I am a big Swiftie. I don't know if you see the jacket that I have here. I have it on the back of my chair on purpose because I wanted to show it off a little bit. I have been listening to the Tortured Poets Department basically nonstop for the last few weeks. And I wanted to shout out our Makerspace staff because they helped me make this, my own Tortured Poets Department jacket that I used the embroidery machine in the Makerspace to embroider the saying on. I used their sewing machines to sew my patches on, and I used an embroidery machine for the little logo on there too. So you don't necessarily have to spend a ton of money to be a Swiftie to buy her official merch. If you want to thrift a jacket and take it into the makerspace, they'd be happy to help you make something like that. And so, on the theme of Taylor Swift, I wanted to shout out I have two new picture book biographies about Taylor Swift, and boy oh boy have they been popular. I was very surprised to see these in at the same time. By the way, not all of my books are going to be about Taylor Swift, so if you're not the biggest Swiftie in the world, stick around anyways. I'm going to be reading some other books about music in general, so I'm excited about that. But for now, I'm going to read one of these two Taylor Swift books. They're both very, very good. This one is Let's Meet Taylor, and this one is just called Taylor Swift, and it's the little golden book. And this one has been on the bestsellers list in Publisher Weekly's magazine for a very long time. We get a subscription to that, and this has been up there for a really long time. So I'm going to read this one, but this one is also very, very good. Can't go wrong either way, but I'm going to read from this one today. So we have Taylor Swift, a little golden book biography. Taylor Allison Swift was born on December 13th, 1989, in West Reading, Pennsylvania. Her parents named her after James Taylor, a famous musician. A lot of love surrounded Taylor and her little brother Austin. The Swifts did many activities as a family. They spent time reading books, visiting new places, and having fun outside. If you know anything about Taylor, she loves to leave little Easter eggs. So here's one I've noticed, is that there are 5 seagulls in this picture. Obviously, I don't know if Taylor did this, but someone designing this book, I think, did this on purpose because we have 5 seagulls, which were for 1989, her 5th album. So that's fun. It's a little Easter egg. Christmas was one of Taylor's favorite holidays, and what made the holiday season even more exciting was that her family lived on a Christmas tree farm. I really love Christmas. I wish it was all year round. Everyone pitched in at Christmas time. Taylor's dad mowed the fields on his tractor. Taylor's job? Picking praying mantis egg pods off the trees. The Swifts didn't want anyone to get a buggy surprise on Christmas morning. As a kid, Taylor tried lots of different things. She rode horses, she acted in plays, she wrote poetry. But when she learned how to play the guitar, she knew she had found her passion. When Taylor has a goal, nothing stops her. She was a big fan of country superstars Faith Hill and Shania Twain, and she discovered that both musicians had started their careers in Nashville, Tennessee. That was all 10-year-old Taylor needed to know. She asked her parents to take her to Nashville. She asked them every day. And finally, when she was 11, it happened. Her mom took Taylor and Austin there for spring break. They drove up and down Music Row, an area with country music recording studios and businesses. While Taylor's mom and brother waited in the car, Taylor ran into the offices of various record labels and handed out CDs she made of her music. Taylor performed anywhere that would have her, including fairs, festivals, and ball games. But sometimes following dreams means doing things other people don't understand. Girls at school were mean to Taylor. Her classmates thought it was weird to like country music so much. This made Taylor sad, but it didn't stop her from doing what she loved. When Taylor was 13, something incredible happened. RCA Records wanted to work with her. Taylor and her family said goodbye to Pennsylvania and moved to Nashville. Her dream of being a country music star was about to come true. For Taylor, writing songs was just as important as singing them. But because she was young, the record company wanted her to sing other people's songs, and they thought she should wait until she was older before she made her own album. Taylor didn't agree. One night, Taylor performed at Nashville's Bluebird Cafe. She sang some of her own songs and some songs from other singers. She caught the eye of a music executive in the crowd who was forming a new record label. Guess who he signed up to make an album? Taylor Swift. Taylor's debut album, Taylor Swift, came out when she was just 16. She was excited every time she heard her songs on the radio. Her next album, Littlest, was the top-selling record of the year and made Taylor a huge star. Taylor is fearless. When she went on her first concert tour, she took the music world by storm. One of Taylor's biggest strengths is storytelling. Her songs tell stories that many people can relate to. Taylor wrote all the songs on her third album, Speak Now. Listening to a Taylor album is like hearing her diary being sung out loud. One of the reasons I like them so much. Many of Taylor's songs are inspired by her life, like The Best Day, a song about growing up in a loving family and having a supportive mom. Taylor and her mom, Andrea, are very close. They talk about everything. No one has known Taylor longer or knows her better than her mom. Trying new things and taking risks is important to Taylor. Even though country music was her first love, she took a big chance and recorded a pop album called 1989, and it was the best-selling album of the year. Taylor never lets anything hold her back from creating the music that she loves. Taylor also loves sharing things with her fans. They know that her lucky number is 13. She often hides clues and symbols in her music and videos. For a few of her albums, she surprised special groups of fans by inviting them to secret parties to listen to the album before anyone else. They got to hang out at her house, meet her family, and even bake cookies together. Very jealous. When Taylor likes something, she tells everyone about it. One thing she really likes? Cats. She has Benjamin, Olivia, and Meredith. Taylor has a big reputation for speaking out against racial injustice and for encouraging people to vote. She stands up for other artists and herself even when it's tough. She's not just a superstar, she's a trailblazer. Taylor's hard work has paid off. Her albums have sold millions of copies. She has won multiple Grammys. She's traveled around the world and made people happy with her music. What will she do next? When you're Taylor Swift, the sky's the limit. And it feels that way when you're a Swiftie too, a little bit. So that is Taylor Swift, The Little Golden Books, which is very, very popular. So next I'm going to tell you about a graphic novel that I really love. It's called Speak Up, and it reminded me a little bit about Taylor's story and just a story about learning to find your voice and be yourself. So this is a graphic novel by Rebecca Burgess, and it is about a girl named Mia. And Mia has autism, and her autism makes her do some things that some people might consider a little strange. Like she wears headphones and rocks back and forth during class. She has a necklace that she chews on. Her hair is always kind of a mess because she doesn't like brushing her hair. Oh, that's, fine, I think. But when you're in middle school, kids can be a little mean. Girls can be a little mean, as we learned. So kids are a little mean to Mia in her middle school, but she has a friend. His name is Charlie, but he doesn't go to the same school as her. So that's been hard. She can only see him not during the school day, and it's like really hard to be alone during the whole school day by herself all the time. So, but she has Charlie, at least, her friend. And so one of the things that her and Charlie decide to do one day is Mia starts singing this song that she's written. She wrote some poetry that she realized might make a good song, and Charlie puts it to some music, and they realize it is the perfect song. They have written an amazing song together. And so Charlie says, we have to record this and put it online. And Mia says, I don't like being on camera though. Like, I don't want to sing it as myself. So Charlie helps her come up with a disguise. So she disguises herself as LQ and posts these videos online and doesn't think much of it. But then they blow up and they go real viral, and LQ is all of a sudden an internet sensation. And plot twist, Mia's biggest bully at her school is also one of LQ's biggest fans. So, as you can guess, things might happen there. Charlie's going to try and help Mia find the courage to be LQ in real life, to do a real performance live, not just on a video. So if you want to find out if Mia can speak up for herself and embody LQ, this is a really, really amazing graphic novel. Highly recommend. So now I have a new picture book. It actually just came out this month, and I love it so much. It's called Why Do We Sing? I think it is adorable. So this is a brand new picture book called Why Do We Sing? Written by Sam Sui and Cassie Brevis, illustrated by Sam Sui. Why do we sing? Why do we sing? Hum a tune, belt out a melody. Why do we make music with our voices? Well, let's see. We sing because we're happy, or to say, I feel strong. When we sing together, we know that we belong. There's our friend and her cat. There. A song can help us fall asleep or say, I love you. Shepherds sing to call their sheep, yodelay-hee-hoo. Some sing to entertain a crowd, like K-pop fans, with friends or on their own. Songs help us remember how to find our way back home. Anthems, shanties, chants, duets, carols sung by choirs. Melodies, both old and new, can be shared around a fire. We sing at parties or in prayer, even in the shower. Some songs are just for fun. Some speak truth to power. Every song's important, and I hope now it's clear why we all love to sing so much. I just can't wait to hear. What will you sing? And that is the end.
What?
Why do we sing? And so I thought that this would pair phenomenally with this amazing nonfiction book called Music and How It Works. So here we have a not too big, but a pretty good sized nonfiction book all about music. And I wanted to just like show you a few pages, maybe read some from it, especially because the first page that I want to share with you is titled, Why Do We Love Music? So this is kind of getting at what we just went over in the picture book a little bit. And I'm going to share some of the actual reasons, scientifically, why we like music. So it says, whether you're dancing to music at a party or relaxing to it in your room, listening to music is a powerful act. It can improve your mood or make you feel sad, and it can even help you remember things from the past. So we have the pleasure part. Scientists have looked at the brain to see how listening to music affects it. They found that music activates a part of the brain that makes us feel pleasure, called the limbic system. This system is active when we do other pleasurable things, such as eating tasty food. So it's located right there in your brain. The happy chemical is called dopamine, which is released in the limbic system when we listen to music. Dopamine travels along the pathway in the brain to make us feel good. It can also be a nice distraction. Concentrating on music can distract you from other things that are going on. This might make you feel better if you're upset or annoyed. Then we have old memories. Though we often remember songs better than speech. We feel emotion when we listen to music, which helps create stronger memories. Songs contain rhythm, rhyming words, and other memorable features. This means music can help us remember fun moments or times in our lives. Elderly people can often recall music from their past, such as soundtracks to old musicals, long after they've forgotten everything else. And then we have moving to the beat. Whether it's a tap of the foot or backflip, music makes us want to move. Dancing causes our brains to release a mixture of chemicals that bring us enjoyment. We have picking our favorites. Your brain can solve the puzzle of what comes next in a piece of music the more you listen to that style of music. This means that your favorite genre, style, is probably the one you're most familiar with. We even have all the feels. Listening to music doesn't just make us happy. If you like being creeped out by ghost stories, you might enjoy music that makes you feel scared, such as the soundtrack to a spooky film. If you're sad, you might want to listen to music that matches how you feel. And last, we have puzzling it out. And oh my gosh, who's that right there? Is that Taylor Swift? How'd she get in there? Puzzling it out. When you listen to music, your brain tries to work out what sounds will come next, like a puzzle. We find this enjoyable because our minds love figuring out the answers to puzzles. So there is a really cool infographic about why we love music. And then we have, I liked this page, just wanted to shout out, apparently, this question is, do animals like music? Apparently cows are soothed when they listen to, did it say? Cows are soothed, dogs like reggae music. Fish can tell the differences between music, and cats have no reaction. That's funny. Unless it matched the pitch of the cat's meow. And then they were rubbing up against the speakers. So we've got all sorts of fun things about animals. It goes through all sorts of different kinds of instruments, percussion, how does sound even work, what you need to build a song. And then it's going to go through all of the different types of music. So we've got classical, Indian classical. We got a little bit about how to read music. This book just really has like anything related to music. It's going to have something about it. We got a page on country, the blues. Oh, a really interesting one about seeing music. If you have synesthesia, some people see music very colorfully. That's awesome. And then it does one of my favorite things where sometimes the pages go like this. So this one is a page that's why do we move to music? It sort of breaks down the science behind dancing and why we like to dance to music. So that's a really awesome page. Oh yeah, and then the last page I had bookmarked was in the studio. So we have a real picture of the giant soundboard that you might see in a studio with a key here that explains all the different equipment. So if you're interested in making music, you can go and look at this and see all of the different things that go into it. It's really awesome. So this is a very amazing nonfiction book called Music and How It Works. I highly recommend it. All right. And last but not least, surprise, I saved one more Taylor Swift book for the end. This one is called You Are Fearless. And it's a book for the Littlest Taylor Swift fans. This one is sort of a biography, but more of a nice little like bedtime story. You are fearless, baby. A radiant spirit who defies limits. An original who cannot be copied. You make the world pay attention. Besties come together. Big plans. Songs fill the air. You create power from pain, courage from kindness, friends from strangers. Stranger on their friendship bracelets. You stand to dance. A trailblazer of change, an inspiration who never goes out of style. You exceed my wildest dreams, baby, and your era has just begun. And that was the end. Stars, you are fearless. That is all I have for you today. Thank you so much for tuning in to Lunchtime Listens. This has been Storytime for Adults. I will see you towards the end of June. And until then, have a good one. See you next time. Bye.